Oh man, I also don't really know. I'm gonna go default, plain old HTML, I guess.
So human static site generator. I like that.
Pioneer.
Yeah, the old trick question. My favorite generator is no generator. I guess show me no generator. What?
No way!
7 people.
Wow. Well played.
Well played.
Wow.
Well played.
Big thanks to our partners Linode, Fastly, and LaunchDarkly. We love Linode. They keep it fast and simple. Get $100 in credit at linode.com/changelog. Our bandwidth is provided by Fastly. Learn more at fastly.com. And get your feature flags powered by LaunchDarkly. Get a demo at launchdarkly.com. This episode is brought to you by Retool. Retool is the low-code platform for developers to build internal tools super fast and super easy. They have a ton of integrations and templates to start with. With a click of a button in seconds, you can start with a new Postgres admin panel application, kick off an admin panel for reading from and writing to your database built on Postgres. This app lets you look through, edit, and add users, orders, and products. It's too easy to get started with Retool. Head to retool.com/changelog to learn more and try it for free. Again, that's retool.com/changelog. Please hold. Your feud is important to us. Feud is important to us.
This is JS Party, your weekly celebration of JavaScript and the web. 2021 is almost in the books, and if you are doing a year-end roundup, we would love a mention in your list of favorite podcasts. Holler at us when you publish, and we'll help spread it around to the whole community. We've got a great episode for you today. It's party time, y'all.
It's time to play Frontend Feud.
Hello, and welcome to Frontend Feud. We are live at the React Advanced After Party. How are we all doing out there?
Woo! Lovely.
So good.
Really great.
Fantastic.
Super good.
Excited.
We are excited as well. We've gathered together 6 amazing people to play Frontend Feud with us today. Let's get to know our contestants. So we have 2 teams. Team 1 is Tara, Nick, and Colby. Let's start with Tara Mniksik. Nice to meet you, Tara. Thanks for joining us.
Very nice being here. I'm very excited. And I mean, it seems like I have the best team. So we're off to a great start.
Ooh.
Time will tell. Tara, to get to know you a little bit better, please tell everybody, what is your favorite emoji?
Oh, it's definitely the grimace. I don't know what it's actually
Same.
called,
Same.
but I make that face IRL constantly. And it's just like for every single thing that I awkwardly encounter, it's always the grimace face.
So we do have the benefit of video with us today. Do you want to give us a taste of what the grimace face looks like?
Nailed it.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Up next, it's JS Party regular Nick Nisi. What's up, Nick?
Hoi, hoi. Happy to be here.
Happy to have you as well. Nick, what is the strangest thing in your fridge?
Ooh. Liquid aminos maybe right now, which is a substitute for soy sauce.
Okay. Never heard of it, so I guess it's strange.
I hear you. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
good.
Yeah, strong.
It's good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rounding out team 1, it's Colby Fayok. Colby, would you rather be a fish or a bird?
Oof. I'd say probably a fish, so I can see all the cool stuff underneath the water.
Good answer. Good answer.
Fair.
That's team 1. Team 2, starting off with Brandon Dale. Brandon, thanks for joining the show.
Thank you for having me.
And Brandon, the people really want to know, how many tabs do you have open?
Like in the window that I have open right now, or the dozens of windows that I have?
Aggregate them for us.
Okay. 50 probably.
50.
That doesn't seem
Not too bad.
Yeah, that seems pretty good.
We also have Uraima Estevez. Hey, Uraima, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
We're happy to have you. We'd like to know, would you prefer a bicycle, a tricycle, a unicycle, or just a plain old sickle?
I mean, I play a lot of Stardew Valley, so I think a plain sickle is for me.
All right. Awesome choice. And last but surely not least, on team 2, it's Michael Chan. What's up, Michael?
What's up? Good to see you.
Good to see you again. And curious, what's your favorite text abbreviation?
Text abbreviation?
Yeah, LGTM, IIRC, BRB, AFK, WTF, the usual.
You just rattled off a bunch of them. I mean, favorite's got to be WTF, but I use OMG a lot too. So, I mean, between those two, I'm pretty well covered.
Awesome. Well, that's our panel today. I'm Jared Santo. I will be your host. We are playing Frontend Feud. This is a game all about matching the audience's preference. So we have surveyed 100 JavaScript developers and asked them various questions about React, about JavaScript, about development, about life, and aggregated the survey responses. The two teams are going to try to do the best job of matching the most popular responses from the JavaScript developers who were interviewed.
What is this sample pool? Is it like, are we thinking like React Advanced already? So, I mean, are we skewing towards React? Or?
We sent the survey specifically to the React Advanced attendees, and then we branched out from there and went from there to JS Party listeners and then to general Twitter people, and we've gotten 100 responses. So they're all going to be either React Advanced folk and or JS Party listeners and then Twitter followers from there. So that's your audience.
Okay.
Now, each round starts with a face-off or an interface off, if you prefer puns.
Yes.
Where two people from each team, or one person from each team, steps up and tries to guess the highest matched answer on the board. Whichever person gets the highest answer, their team wins that round and they get to play the rest of that board. You have 3 lives. So every time you guess a response that's not on the board, you lose a life. After 3 lives lost, the other team can then confer and have one chance to steal all the points that are on the board and take that round. At the end of the game, whoever has the most points wins, and the winning team gets absolutely nothing. No, just kidding. The winning team gets a chance to shout out anything they would like to shout out on the show to our audience. So that's your
power.
So like any word? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, just shout any random word.
You can just yell at the end of the show.
Like WTF would be a good one. So be thinking, if you win, maybe you have a favorite cause, maybe you have a developer you appreciate, maybe it's a cool project, maybe it's maybe you got some wares you want to sell, whatever it is, a chance to shout it out. But you got to win first. Any questions about the game? All right, let's play, shall we? We'll start round 1, and the 2 contestants facing off are going to be Tara and Brandon. Please step right up.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The first question, we asked 100 JavaScript developers to name a common file extension found in React apps. Tara, you will guess first. If you get the number 1 answer, you win the board. If you get anything that's not number 1, then Brandon will get a chance to guess.
JS.
JS.
Have you heard of that one?
What is that again? Show me JS. The number 3 answer with 13 responses, which means you did not get number 1, and Brandon now has an opportunity to steal.
I'm going to say JSX. Final answer.
Oof.
Yeah.
Show us JSX. But where did it fall? Oh, number 1 answer. So Brandon wins the interface off, and Team 2 takes the board. Now, Team 2, you will now rotate opportunities to guess. You cannot confer during this time, so you'll be on your own to guess. And if you get the remaining 2, then you get all the points. If not, 3 lives lost, and we'll have a chance to steal. So we now go to Uraima. Please give us an answer.
I'm going to say TSX.
Show us TSX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2 answer with 34 responses. You're doing quite well. You have 1, 2, and 3 all knocked out, and there's only 1 answer left. We go to Michael. What's that number 4 response?
TSX was, I had that written down. That was the one that I wanted to go with. So I guess I'm going to go with .ts. Round that out.
Let's see if it's on there. Show us .ts.
Oh, yes.
That is correct. Very good. So without missing a single beat, you all just guessed the top 4 responses to the question, name a common file extension. I guess there's only so many extensions out there. We have .jsx, .tsx, .js, and .ts.
There's no .mjs?
No. Sorry, Nick.
Wait, can you put JSX in a .ts file? Is that even allowed?
It's a good question.
I don't think so. I think TypeScript gets mad because of some conflicting syntax.
But you probably have a lot of hooks.
Yeah.
It's true.
There you go.
True. Fair.
So we award 92 points to Team 2. Award those points. Very good. And we'll now move on to the next round, which is going to be Nick versus Uraima. Step right up.
Okay.
We surveyed 100 JavaScript developers, and we said, what is your favorite static site generator? Now, Team 1 went first last round, so we'll go to Team 2. Uraima, you get to guess first. What is your favorite static site generator? There are 5 responses on the board.
Okay. I like to think I speak for the people. And my favorite static site generator is Next.js, the static side of it.
There you go.
The static side of
The
it.
static half. There you go. That works.
Does the answer have a little star on there?
Yeah, a little asterisk on there.
Well, let's see if it's on the board. Show us Next.js. Number 2 answer with 23 responses. So pretty good, but not at the top. So Nick, you do have a chance to take the board. What do you think people answered? Their favorite static site generator?
You know, I am hoping that it's number 1, but let's go with number 11D.
Show me 11D. Number 3.
Ooh, what's number 1?
Hey.
So
I know.
you got a correct answer,
I
but you were
know.
actually lower. So
I think-
Team 2, once again, gets to play this round. So we now go to Michael to name a static site generator.
You got
Okay.
this.
Well, I was going to guess 11D because I love 11D, and I was just going to guess it because I like it. But I'm going to go the opposite direction and guess Gatsby.
Great guess.
How is that
Great
opposite?
guess.
What are you trying to say?
Oh, I mean,
Yes, please elaborate. Let's see if that opposite direction paid off. Show us Gatsby. It sure did. And it's the number 1 answer with 33 responses.
Yeah.
So of the 5 responses on the board, we have numbers 1 through 3 taken. Gatsby.js with 33. Next.js with 23, 11D with 11. There's still 2 answers on the board, and now we go to Brandon.
Those are all the ones that I know. This
Yeah.
is
It gets
tough.
harder from here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Is Hugo one? Is that? Am I thinking of the right thing?
Yeah.
If that is one of them, then that's my guess.
All right, show us Hugo.
First wrong answer.
I like the
Wrong
preface on
answer.
that. If that is one, that's
Yeah.
my guess.
There's a condition there.
So we now lost 1 life, and we're back at Uraima.
Oh man, I also don't really know. I'm gonna go default, plain old HTML, I guess.
So human static site generator. I like that.
Pioneer.
The old trick question. My favorite generator is no generator. I guess show me no generator. What?
What?
No way!
7 people.
Wow. Well played.
Well played.
Wow.
Well played. 7 people said none, or
Bravo.
handwritten, or plain old
Wow.
HTML. Anybody out there just
Amazing.
rocking HTML for their content sites? You know,
It's
why
not even number 5. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Nope, number 4.
What
So we
came
still have
behind
1 more
nothing?
out there. You have 1. You have 2 lives left, right? You've lost 1 life, or have you lost 2 lives? Remind me. Brandon missed. Did Michael miss?
Just one.
Yeah.
Yeah, just Brandon.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you
I
have
think
2
we're good.
lives left, and we're
Yeah.
on Michael.
Oh gosh. Okay. I just have to go with I don't know. I'm kind of confused at this point. I'm just going to go with where the hype is right now, and I'm going to say Astro. There's got to be at least like 2 or 3 people that said Astro.
Show us Astro.
Oh.
I will say
Sorry,
that
team.
you're partially correct because
Okay.
2 people did say Astro, but you have to get 5 or more to make the board. So it was stated, but it's not on the board. There is something with 5. We just have to find it. You have 1 guess left, and we are back to Brandon.
I mean, what's less popular than nothing? So handwritten, I guess that would like include hand rolled. I don't know. What is this? What is another one? I legitimately can't think of one. I guess this is a tough one.
Ooh.
Maybe I'll just say like create React app. It's not a static site generator, but
Right.
maybe some people think of it.
Yes. Remember that you're not trying to get the correct answer. You're trying to guess what people said. So you never know. Let's see if it's on there. Show us create React app. Oh, I am sorry, but it did not quite make the list. It was mentioned one time, so somebody did say it.
Okay.
But that is 3 lives lost, which means Team 1 now has the chance to steal the board. Team 1, you can confer amongst yourselves and discuss and together pick one answer, which will steal the board if it's on there.
So I was thinking Gridsome or Nuxt.
I was thinking Jekyll.
I was originally thinking like SvelteKit.
Jekyll. I didn't think about Jekyll.
Any thoughts on Svelte?
Nobody thinks of Jekyll.
Probably not a good sign, Nick.
Yeah.
Well, so SvelteKit.
I'd be okay with going with that one.
Sure.
Colby, what are you thinking? You've been pretty quiet up there.
Yeah, I mean, I think the SvelteKit is interesting. I honestly thought that was going to be higher because I thought it was, kind of growing, but yeah.
Yeah, I thought Gridsome or Nuxt, but it's more Vue-centric than React-centric. So
yeah.
Let's roll the dice with SvelteKit.
So far, Team 2 has 74 points in
I love
this
how confident we are. We're like,
the last item on the board is 5 points. So if this is correct, you'll steal 79 points from Team 2 and be right back in the game. Show us SvelteKit. Hey, that's correct. Very nice. Team 1 steals the round.
That one hurt.
And all points.
This is how I do team projects in general. I have everybody do all the work and then I sweep right in there.
Well played.
That cuts deep.
So after two rounds, we have a very close game. Team 1 with 79 points and Team 2 with 92 points. Let's move now to the third round, which is an interface off between Colby and Michael.
Let's go.
We go, Michael.
Team 1 gets to guess first. We asked 100JS developers, name a protocol that all web apps rely upon. Colby, to you.
HTTPS? I don't.
Show us HTTPS. Number 2 answer with 16 responses.
2 answer.
Number
that
2.
means number 1 is still out there and can be taken by Michael if you can guess it.
Michael.
I'm going to go with HTTP, no S.
Yeah.
Oh.
The web is still
Despite
unsecure.
the Let's Encrypt folks. Best efforts. Still a lot of sites out there using plain old HTTP, but is it the number 1 answer? Let's find out. It is overwhelmingly so with 71 responses.
We're so insecure.
I would have said HTTP too as well.
But it's all,
Yeah,
usually
not
that,
HTTP 2.
Yeah.
I was trying to be best practices.
right? So there are 3 responses on the board. You already have 2. Team 2 is going to play this board. We're going to go to Brandon. Remember, that third one is usually the trickiest. So we'll see if you guys can make it before you lose all 3 lives.
We believe in you.
I'm going to say maybe there's a few more low-level minded folks. Maybe TCP?
Okay.
Show us TCP. Oh my goodness, you drilled it.
Amazing.
Whew.
Low-level minded folks sounds like such an insult.
People who just
Really
think about TCP all the
backhanded
time.
Right.
Yeah.
5 people said TCP/IP, even though those are 2 separate protocols, but let's not pick a nit here. That's correct.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys drilled it. This round was swept by Team 2 with lots of points available.
No one's doing FTP anymore? Is that what I'm hearing?
He's dead.
That was going to be my other guess.
He is dead.
And it appears that my scoreboard is busted. Look at that. It says 179. That can't be right for this round.
I mean, we'll take it.
Yeah, it is
It's
right.
rigged. It's rigged.
We
Is it?
accept. We accept.
I call cahoots.
It'd be 71 plus 16. I mean, it has to be less than 100 because there's only 100 people surveyed. Who coded this thing? Let me do a hard refresh real quick and see what happens. This might fix it. Team 2, 71 plus 16. Hey, that's much better.
There you go.
I might have to hard refresh each round. We'll see. We'll see how this plays out. This is interesting. All right, we're going to award those points to Team 2. And now they lead after 3 rounds with 184. Team 1 pulling up the rear with 79 points, but don't worry, there's lots of game left to play.
What's up, JS Party people? Have you ever wondered if you could be offering a faster, less buggy experience for your customers? Well, with Raygun Error and Performance Monitoring, you have all the information you need at your fingertips to quickly find and fix errors and performance issues across your tech stack down to the line of code. This saves you time, this saves you money, and this saves your sanity. Head to raygun.com to join thousands of customer-centric software teams who use Raygun every single day. Again, raygun.com to give them a try with a free 14-day trial.
We now move to round 4, and our interface off is between Tara and Brandon. Please step up. We surveyed 100 JavaScript developers and asked them to name a character trait that many successful developers have in common. There are 5 popular responses on the board. Brandon, you get to guess first.
I'm going to go with curiosity.
Show us curiosity. Number 2 answer with 15 responses. So you're quite high on the board, but not at the top. Tara, if you can steal it, guess that
It's
number 1 response.
like part of me wants to be a smart aleck and say coding, but
Coding is a character trait.
But how many smart alecks are out there?
I know but that is probably one top developer trait in itself. So maybe perseverance.
Show us perseverance. Somehow you managed to pull it off. Number 1 answer.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
I was a little nervous since my job basically is me trying to know what developers are.
There you go.
I do developer experience for a living, so
You must be
What
good at
even
your
are
job.
developers?
I know.
This covered a range of words: grit, persistence, perseverance, stubbornness. So all of those words are basically wrapped up in that response. So Tara has won the board for Team 1. There are 3 responses left. We have 1 and 2 taken. 3, 4, and 5 are still available. We go to Nick. Name a character trait that many successful devs have in common.
I am out of ideas here. Is tired a character trait?
Do you want me to test that one, or are you joking?
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
I think.
Am I joking?
I know I'm tired, but am I joking?
Character trait. I'm going to say everything I think of falls into those 2 categories. So
Just do your best, Nick.
Look inside yourself and say, "What am I?"
tired.
If you want to test tired, I can test it for you. I have the tools at my disposal. Okay, let's see.
It's only one incorrect.
Yeah, show us tired. No, of course not, because it's not a characteristic trait, but it's definitely a status.
It's definitely
okay,
what we
so that's
all
Nick.
are,
We
yeah.
have 1 lost life. Colby, it is your turn. What's a character trait that many successful devs have in common?
Let's go with creative.
Ooh.
Ooh, that one's, I gotta see.
like
Should I
it.
fit that in or not? Show me creative. Number 4 answer. That's intelligent, problem solver, creative. People said thinking outside the box. So that's all of those kind of things. Right on the fringe of in there with intelligence, but we'll include it. So that's 7 points. You now have numbers 1, 2, and 4. You're missing 3 and 5. And we go back to Tara. You have one life lost. I'm tired. You have one life lost.
You are one life. Yes. Would innovative fit in in that intelligence problem solving one?
Yes.
Would that be?
Yes.
It would fit in
I would
there?
say that's grouped in. Mm-hmm.
Son of a gun. Okay. So name characters successful developers have in common. So hardworking fit? Or that would be in persistence.
Yeah, I would group that one in as well.
Okay. So sorry, do I have a timer on me?
Well, if Nick is any indicator, no, you don't.
Well, I mean, okay. So let's see. Teamwork? Like, is teamwork somewhere, like, in any of these that's already there? I have to admit, this white font on yellow is hurting me a bit. I keep squinting at the words. So maybe
teamwork
like
is not
teamwork,
currently listed
collaboration.
On the board.
Yeah, like teamwork, collaboration-ish.
Okay, that's a good guess. Show us good collaborator.
You made the words better.
I'm sorry, but that was not one of the top 5.
So we're looking for
saying
10X
something about successful developers?
I was gonna say, are we looking for 10Xers over here? Is that what's happening?
So we have grit/persistence at number 1. We've got curious and inquisitive at number 2. At number 4, we have intelligence, problem solving, thinking outside of the box, being creative. We're missing 3 and 5. You have 2 lost lives already. Colby, this is your last chance. Can you name another trait that is on the popular board?
Wasn't it, just to be clear, wasn't it Nick who's next, or am I next?
No, you're right. It's Nick.
Oh,
my apologies.
I see what you did there.
I'm just trying to help your team out.
I don't want to be the one to blame.
I was just trying to help your team out. All right, and Nick.
You're feeding my imposter syndrome, and that was what I was going to go with. They're imposters.
Show us imposter syndrome. That was definitely mentioned, but it did not score 5 or more points. So Team 2 now has an opportunity to steal the board. You can confer amongst yourselves and decide. You have 2 opportunities. If you can match either number 3 or number 5, you steal these points.
Woo. Oh, boy.
Okay, so there's this quote about like laziness being one of the characteristics of a developer. I'm kind of feeling like that's one of those 2, just because it's such a popular quote.
That.
Yeah. That's worth a shot.
For sure.
Let's do it.
Show us laziness.
Yes.
What?
Got it. Team 2.
I love like that's what a successful developer is.
Successful developer
is lazy.
Lazy but not tired.
What is that saying about us? I call my team a team of like effective procrastinators or successful procrastinators, functioning procrastinators.
Yes,
So
high functioning procrastinators. Love it. I need to go back.
Are we going to know what the other one was? I'm really curious.
I need to.
Oh, sorry.
I need to do this score here because I hit the wrong button. Give me a
10x. It's 10x, isn't it?
Is it communication?
Oh gosh.
No, we tried communication.
Did we already
that
try
wasn't
that?
on the board.
Nope, wrong team. Right?
That's right. Team 2 stole it. Yeah. I definitely have a bug in here, and I'm trying to debug it as we go. So the number 3 answer with 8 points was
debugging should have been a trait. A debug card.
Effective communicator.
Communicator. Yeah.
So who was that? Was that Brandon that said that?
Yeah, that was going to be my guess if I had another chance. So.
Okay. I guess that's what yeah, that makes sense that collaboration wouldn't
Close.
fall into communicator.
Right, because that'd be like written skill, or writing skills, etc. Collaboration, these things are related, but it's tough to group them effectively. A couple of people, this is funny. So a couple of people said humility, and then one person said incredibly good looks. So I thought that was a nice pairing with humility.
Clearly.
And then we did have a response that said complaining about HTML being a programming language or not. So there's your funny person trying to hop in there. We'll leave that one right on the table. And we now move to round 5. Round 5 is going to work differently than other rounds.
Oh, okay.
This is what we call the inverted round. So instead of having a face-off, we are going to have the teams rotate back and forth, guessing answers. And you're trying to match the lowest answers on the board. There are 6 popular answers, but the points get higher and higher the further down the board. So what you're trying to do is match things that are on the board, but not number 1, 2, and 3, because they're worth less points. So we asked 100 JS devs, which day of the week do you get the most coding done? And there are 6 answers on the board. Let's go ahead and start with the losing team, which is team 1. And we'll start with Colby. Which day of the week do you get the most coding done? There are 6 potential answers.
Let's go with, so it has to be because there's 6 in 7 days. So it's not the least, right? So the second least, let's go with Saturday.
Show us Saturday.
Oh.
No, you managed to
So
find
that's not
the
even
least.
on the board.
Yeah, Saturday didn't even make the board.
You over succeeded. You overachieved there, Colby. You right off the
Come on,
board.
isn't that bonus points?
You found the one day that didn't even make it. All right, we now go to team 2. Let's go to Michael for a chance to score here. Pick a day of the week.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Friday. Friday.
Show us Friday. Well played. Number 5 answer, which is worth 25 points. 11 people said Friday. It's the second least popular. That's better than Saturday. All right, we go back now. Let's score those here. We go back to team 1 and Tara.
So I'll go with Sunday.
Show us Sunday. The plot thickens.
What?
Sunday did not make the board. So neither
I guess
Saturday
these are
nor
people's
Sunday.
responses, right?
These are people's
So like
responses.
they don't have to be. Yeah.
We go back now to team 2.
I mean, we know dates are hard, right?
Yeah, we struggle with these things.
Oh, man.
All right, back now to team 2. Let's go to Brandon.
Okay, so the weekend isn't even on here. I guess I'm gonna go Monday.
Monday.
Show us Monday. Very good. Right in the middle.
Oh, okay.
20 points awarded. You are 4th highest response with 12 responses. We award those points to team 2. Go back to team 1, and now we are on Nick.
So there are not days of the week, but other answers in here. I'm going to say meeting days.
Yeah.
Show us
Okay.
meeting days. I liked that guess.
Hey, this team is consistent. I'll tell you that.
Thinking outside the box. Very creative. You'd be a good developer. All right, let's go to Uraima.
I feel like this round makes absolutely no sense in my mind anymore. I'm gonna go with Wednesday, because those are my no meeting days, and I always have meetings on those days.
So which day of the week do you get the most coding done? The guess is Wednesday. Is it on the board? It sure is. It's the number 2 answer, meaning it's only worth 10 points, but yet still points. So you'll take it, right?
We'll take it.
Award those to team 2. We go back to team 1. Colby's turn, right?
Let's go weekend.
Show us the weekend.
What's going on?
For a second there, I felt like Daniel Craig on Saturday Night Live when he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend." I'm nowhere near that
That
cool.
was a good guess, though.
I want to
I
hear
liked
the
it.
accent.
Sorry, team 1, you guys are thinking outside the box. You're creative answers, and you're just striking out left and right. So team 2 tends to just pick days of the week, which is is turning out to work pretty well.
Let's see if it plays out in the end.
And is it Michael's turn now? I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
You called out my strategy because I was just going to play it safe again and just pick another day of the week. I'm trying to figure out which one might be worth the most points. I don't know. Let's just go Thursday.
Show us Thursday. Number 3 answer is going to get you 15 points.
I'm amazed at how coordinated the not day of the week is. Like, this is amazing.
So team 2 scores 15 there. We go back to team 1. Let me just draw a word picture for our listeners. We have 6 options on the board. Number 1 hasn't been guessed. Number 6 hasn't been guessed. What has been guessed is Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, Friday. I'll also tell you that Saturday and Sunday have also been guessed, as well as weekend. So anything can happen at this point. And it's Tara's turn.
I mean, part of me wants to say holiday.
Holiday. Yeah.
Oh.
But I feel like I should also go against the grain of my team and guess an actual day.
It's a bold move.
If you do, we're going to steal
I know.
Holiday and win.
Such a rebel. I know. Let's say, let's try Tuesday. Let's see what happens there.
Show us Tuesday. Number 1 answer. 30 respondents find Tuesday to be when they get the most coding done, which puts it at only 5 points because we're inverted, but points nonetheless. We'll award those to team 1 and we'll go back to team 2. And Brandon is up. There's only one last thing on the board. Are you going to go for holiday? What's going to happen here?
So literally every actual day of the week is out. I'm going to maybe account for the self-deprecating answer here and say no days.
No.
None.
Oh.
Okay, very interesting.
Manager.
That is not odd.
Oh, let's see if our JS devs said they're productive no days.
Okay.
This is going, so you know that Saturday and Sunday are supposed to be the strongest days because the rest are weekdays.
Oh, well played.
Epic.
I believe we're on Nick. Is that right, Nick? Are you ready for this?
Yeah, and what else could there possibly be? Wait, did somebody already guess holidays?
No, they just acted like they're going to guess holidays, but they didn't.
Okay.
I mean, no one guessed Friday.
No one said Black Friday either, yeah.
Let's do holidays and hope that if Black Friday is the day that it's generic enough.
Show us holidays. Wow, this is a stumper. We're back to Uraima here. And almost everything that could be guessed has been guessed.
Oh, man. Oh. Okay, so how many days are in a leap year? Doing those calculations in my head. Honestly, leap day might be it. Try to get those smart asses out there. Yeah, leap day. Let's go for it.
Show us leap day.
We're with you.
Yeah.
I would have given that one for you.
Well, in the sake of time, I will now provide a hint, and because Team 1's getting absolutely destroyed, I'll provide it to Colby. I would suggest guessing maybe pulling an inverted Brandon.
I was gonna guess that anyway, so every day.
Show us every day. Oh, there it is. Worth 40 points.
You gave the hint, so you took my credit.
Were you gonna guess that anyways?
I was.
My bad. I should have given you a chance.
I like the nonsensical nature of every day being the day you get the most coding.
The most coding done.
Yeah. All day, every day.
On an anonymous survey. Like, yeah,
every single day.
That is very programmer.
It totally is. Aren't
every day is
supposed
the most.
to be good at logic? Yeah, exactly.
All right, so 30 points awarded to Team 1 there. That ends our inverted round.
This episode is brought to you by our friends at Fastly. They're running an awesome promo on Compute at Edge. They're inviting our entire listener base to move latency-sensitive workloads to the edge with Compute at Edge, free for 3 months, plus up to $100,000 a month in credit for an additional 6 months. This is a limited time offer, so head to fastly.com/podcast as soon as you can to check it out and get all the details. Here's the TLDR. Fastly's Edge Cloud Network and modern approach to serverless computing allows you to deploy and run complex logic at the edge with unparalleled security and blazing fast computational speed. Scale instantly and globally, reduce origin load, get real-time observability, and get seamless integration with your existing tech stack. Head to fastly.com/podcast to get Compute at Edge free for 3 months, plus up to $100,000 a month in credit for an additional 6 months. Once again, fastly.com/podcast.
Now move to our final 2 rounds. These are worth double points, and the teams get to decide who does the face-off. So we will now go to round 6. It's worth double points. And team 1, who would you like to represent you in your face-off?
I say we stick with the luck of the Colby.
Mhm.
Okay, so Colby's on team 1. How about team 2? Who would like to face off?
Oh boy.
I nominate Michael.
Or Michael.
We have a nomination.
The quick draw nomination.
Crap, I should have spoke sooner.
There's a nomination, a second, and a so that's official. Let's move to round 6. Gentlemen, step right up. We asked 100 JavaScript developers, what's the first thing you do when your code doesn't work right? Since team 1 is trailing, we'll let Colby guess first.
I feel like I could come up with a lot of smart answers for this, but console log.
Console log.
Show us console log. Number 1 answer
Whoa.
with 16 respondents, but it is the double round, so that is worth 32 points, and Michael doesn't even get a chance, and your team takes the board. So that's you're off to a good start in round 6. We now go to Tara. There are 5 answers. You've got number 1, which means there's 4 remaining. What is the first thing you do when your code doesn't work right?
Is DevTools too broad? Like inspect? Oh, wait.
I would say that's a good question. I would say yes, too broad.
Too broad. But inspect the code with DevTools is also too broad.
Just trolling for the answer right now.
yeah. You got to guess one at some point.
This is my communicative debugging.
You can surely
okay.
You can guess that and find out.
That feels like a bait. What about running a debugger in code? Like it's like debug.
Debug. Final answer?
Yeah.
Show me debug. Number 4 answer. Use the debugger. 11 respondents worth 22 points. So you have 1 and 4, 2, 3, and 5 remain. And Nick, it is your turn.
All right. So not the correct answer, but what the most people guessed. I'm going to say you run the code again.
Refresh.
Hard refresh.
I did earlier when I refreshed.
Turn it on and back off again. Turn it off and back on again.
Show us rerun the code.
Yes.
Number 2 answer. This includes refresh the page or rerun the code. 15 respondents, which gives you 30 points. You're racking up the points in this round.
I finally got one right.
And you haven't lost any lives yet. We're back to Colby, and there's 3 more things. Or there's 2 more things.
Check tests.
Yeah, are we talking about the lazy coders, or are we talking about?
Show me check tests.
I guess
Sorry.
lazy goaters.
Checking test did not make the cut. That's your first life lost. Back to Tara.
See, like part of me would want to say you like rubber duck your coworkers, but we know from the first respondents that nobody works in teams and collaborates.
No.
So that's the physical rubber duck, right?
Yes. So I guess I want to go with the smart Alex and say like maybe like something like cry.
That was going to be my guess.
Just sobbing at the computer.
Yeah, whine, cry, and sob. Yes.
Show us cry. Number 3 answer, which includes swearing, crying, or sighing.
I like that more people cry than use a debugger.
Yeah.
Well, it's an order of
More
operations
effective.
thing, right? The first thing you do is cry.
It's a lot
Then you reach for
easier
the
to start
debugger.
crying, yeah.
The 5 stages of debugging.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, is number 5 all of the above? Yeah.
Well, you do have numbers 1 through 4 correct. You've lost only 1 life, which means you have 2 guesses to get that tricky 5th slot. And it is now, is it Nick's turn? Back to Nick? Back to Nick.
I am going to say that you check out or revert.
Show us revert.
Oh, because that's the smart thing to do, huh?
Sorry, that did not make the cut. We now go to Colby. You're down to your last guess.
So I'm trying to decide, because I was going to say delete the code, but would delete the code be too similar to revert? Because technically they're different, right?
I would just say they're probably too close. You should fish elsewhere.
Well, thank you.
But keep fishing, yeah.
That was good fishing, though.
Comment things out.
Show us comment things out.
Oh.
Boo.
Yes, is that us?
That is your 3rd lost life, which means it's now a chance to steal. Team 2.
Oh,
We know what it is, right?
What is it?
Do we get to
Such
confirm?
confidence.
Yeah, you can confer.
oh yeah.
All right, we know that there's people who said they write the most code every single day. So are there people who would say that their code always works?
Wow.
I think there are. I was thinking Google Stack Overflow.
Oh,
That's more
that's-
reasonable,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Is that your final answer?
I'd go with Googling. Yeah. Plus
looking it
1.
up.
All right,
Okay, let's
show
do it.
us. Google it for the steal.
What?
Oh.
I'm sorry, team. I'm sorry.
Oh,
That
that
means
I
team
mean,
one
that was
is
a
awarded
really
the
That
points.
was a good guess.
Whoa.
really
maybe
good.
that's like when they say they're the most productive code. That's where that falls into is copying and pasting. That's where we were.
I thought for sure the whole time I was like, just don't guess it because we got this. But wow, that's rough.
It's got to be a smart aleck answer. This is
Yeah.
going to be where Sunday shows up. It's just going to be like Sunday. What?
The weekend.
I will say that this is a somewhat obvious one, so I'm wondering if maybe somebody said it roundabout and I said it was wrong. But the number 5 response with 10 people stating it was check the logs or check the error messages.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't think anybody said that.
Yeah, because that kind of falls in like
Well, you said,
Deadpool's
I mean,
where you-
debugging is kind of there. Add a console log. But they specifically would say like read the logs, read the error messages. So I separated that one out. A couple of funny answers when your code doesn't work right. Somebody said ship it to prod. So I guess don't hire that person.
no one notices.
One person said listen to a podcast about it, which we appreciate, but is that really going to do any good? I don't know. One funny one, do a casual desk flip. I thought, okay, that's kind of like
Casual.
swearing. Casual.
Super
You know, like
casual.
not the angry desk flip, but just like the
Just smooth and easy.
It's just 2 fingers. Yeah.
two-finger desk flip. And then, of course, Brandon was on the right track because 2 people said, my code always works.
Oh,
Mm.
wow.
Wow.
Those are the ones that also answered lazy is the best trait of.
For sure. For sure.
So
Wild.
after 6 rounds, we have a tight race once again. The double points brought Team 1 back. You have 272 points. Team 2 has 301 points. So it's anybody's game. We go into our final round. This is double the scores, just like last time around. Once again, you get to pick your contestants for the interface off. Team 1, who would you like?
Tara.
Uraima.
Oh,
Yeah, you're right.
Or if you're okay with it. If you're okay with it.
I'll do it. I'll
Okay.
do it for
She'll
sure.
do it.
I'll step up.
You got the quick draw this time.
My team didn't ask me that.
Very considerate teammates.
Would you like to do it?
Will you be our captain? All right, Tara and Uraima, step right up. We will let Uraima guess first this time.
I feel like we need to do the virtual handshake.
Virtual handshake. Yes. Good luck. Good luck.
Uraima, please name one thing that React devs commonly argue about.
Oh. Functional versus class components.
Show us functional versus class components. That was the number 5 answer. With 6 respondents, worth 12 points. That does mean that Tara gets a chance to guess.
I'm so nervous because I've been out of the React realm for so long. But is it still a debate about where CSS goes?
We're all still arguing about the same things.
It hasn't changed much.
Yeah.
It hasn't changed.
Show us where the CSS goes. Number 3 answer, CSS and JS and other such things.
That was a good one.
It's like the Freudian stages of a React developer. You just get stuck in one for forever.
So with that, Tara answered a higher response. So Team 1 takes the board, and there are 3 responses still on the board, 1, 2, and 4. So we go to Team 1, and Nick, it is now your turn. Name one thing that React devs commonly argue about.
I'm going to say the language, like TypeScript, JavaScript.
I knew you would say that. Show us TypeScript. Yes, of course. TypeScript versus JavaScript. Number 2 answer with 11 responses. Okay, the comeback continues. Colby, you have 1 and 4 open. You have all 3 of your lives left. Name something that React devs argue about.
Hooks.
Show us hooks.
Whoa.
That's a good guess.
That
Good
one
guess.
was definitely mentioned, but not 5 or more times. So that's their first life lost. We go back to Tara.
I want to be a smart aleck again and just like say that they're like arguing against each other that React is the best framework.
Like how bestest it is, or
Every day the most.
every day.
Gosh. I
Well,
guess
you have 2 lives
I
to
don't know.
live, so you could definitely just throw one out there and hopefully you hit it.
Because then it's going to me. I wouldn't do that.
I have faith in both of you.
And it's like I can't keep it broad like structure, like keeping like stateful stuff separate and like structure or like.
Yeah, that'd probably be component style.
I always have the most broad answers. Yeah, and then like naming conventions. Let's see. I'm sorry. Let's say I feel like there's got to be a smart aleck one in here. Like tabs versus spaces or something ridiculous. Is syntax too broad too?
Yes.
Yes.
You mean the Syntax podcast? Way too broad.
Okay, sorry. I want to be a smart aleck and say that let's just say what oh gosh, I'm sorry.
Okay, we're gonna need, you've said
I don't know
4
why
that
this is so
are
stressful
all
for me. Let's
worth
just say-
guessing. Just pick one of
Let's
those.
say file naming conventions, like capitalizations or
Okay.
whatever.
Show us naming conventions. Not quite. Definitely had a
thought that
couple
was a
of
good one.
mentions. That was a good one. So you're down to your last guess, and you're down to Nick Nisi, and that's never a great place to be, but here you are.
This is where he's going to shine. I don't know what you're talking about. He's been waiting for his moment.
You drilled that TypeScript one. Nick lives for TypeScript answers.
I have two guesses, but I don't know which one is better given the respondent audience.
Mm-hmm.
I will say state management.
Show us state management. Number one answer.
Yes.
Oh,
Right when I disrespect you, you just step up to the plate. Well played, sir.
Just do that more, Jared. Every time he goes to answer.
Well, we're back to Colby.
Like that fire.
If you have that other answer, I'll take that.
Colby, you have one life to live.
Let's go with performance.
This would be for the winning of the entire game. Show us performance. I'm sorry, it was not on the list, which means Team 2 has a chance to steal. There is one answer left, number 4. Team 2 can confer amongst yourselves. What's one thing that React devs commonly argue about?
What are some things you're thinking? Just shout them out.
file structure.
JSX. Some people don't like it.
JSX.
Oh, that is a good one. Yeah. I was thinking like suffixes too, like we were talking about earlier. Linting also were two that I was thinking about. Like linting rules or whatnot. Man.
Go super broad and say Facebook.
Oh, yeah, like licensing.
That's actually a pretty good point.
Yeah, that's great.
I mean, do React devs even argue that much? Is that really a thing?
Never.
They all get along.
Not ever.
I really do like the idea of governance. That is a really interesting concept. You know, like the Facebook relationship. You know, there's a bunch of licensing stuff. Ooh, that's tough. I don't know. I could go any one of these ways.
Gut.
What are you thinking, Brandon?
I mean, I think the licensing stuff is maybe not like a popular point of, contention for most people. And like when they relicensed years ago, it's kind of faded. I don't know. I could do linting. I think JSX is just very controversial. So I feel like there'll always be people who are talking about it. But gosh, I don't know.
Jared has such a good poker face too. We're getting no.
I will remind you that the game is on the line.
God.
Yeah, this is really heavy.
I'm just enjoying this. Yeah, I'm just enjoying the drama.
So now, I think Tara had guessed like file structure or something along that vein. Probably something close enough or someone on Team 1.
She landed on naming conventions.
Oh, naming conventions.
I really love how analytical you're being with the notes.
Yeah, Michael literally has notes.
He's got a whole flow chart over there. That's actually.
Yeah,
he's looked up our backgrounds. He has our whole
string connecting theories together. I do like it. If we think it's different enough, I do like the file system organization. If we think it's different enough.
They feel close to me.
They do feel close.
Close. Yeah.
Do you have any others?
Well, I feel like that was a hint.
No, I just want to know. Well, I did give Tara and Colby some pretty sweet hints throughout, so
he just confirmed it's a hint.
Maybe a little bit of a bone there. Yeah, I think those two are pretty close together.
Okay.
Routing. I don't know. This React router is pretty much the answer, but people still argue about it.
I wonder.
Testing library? Ways to test?
Yeah. Yep. That could be in. Oh, that is. Yeah, like the whole enzyme React testing library. Yeah, that could be there. I wonder if there's like a React Native. I don't know. I'm at a loss. The stakes are too high. I'm freaking out.
They're so high.
Our shout-outs are on the line here.
This is true.
I need
such a
this.
good guess.
All right, we're going to have to land somewhere.
All right. Does anyone have any strong feelings towards one of those? I'm like so in the middle.
Testing feels like a safe potential answer.
Testing feels safe-ish.
Yeah, I like that.
Safe-ish.
Let's print it.
Let's
Ship
just
it.
do it.
Ship it. All right. Just to set the stage, the score is Team 1 272, Team 2 301. There are 82 points scored already this round, so whoever wins this round wins. And if you steal this, you steal the entire round and all points. This is the number 4 answer. You guessed testing.
The suspense.
Is it on the board? Show us testing.
Wow.
I feel so bad for your sound editor because my chair is really squeaky and I've just been like, oh, buddy.
Unfortunately, I'm also our sound editor,
Wow.
so appreciate your empathy. Well, Team 1, congratulations. After all that, you win with 354 points.
The underdog.
From behind.
It starts with thievery. That's how you win it. That's how you get ahead in life.
Great developers steal.
I had to be a little bit tickled as you guys were discussing these various steals because it turns out Tara had landed on it, smart Alex style, earlier on and then quickly dismissed it. The number 4 answer, tabs versus spaces.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh, that's
hilarious.
ridiculous.
Why is that still an argument?
Classic.
It's obviously spaces.
Oh wow.
Well-
oh wow, you went there.
How much time do we have left?
Might I introduce you to Nick Nisi, who
Wow.
will fall on the other side of that, on the wrong
Wow,
side
you
of
just
the
made
fence
it personal.
every time.
It was a joke before, and now you've got to
we
hit us
did
with that.
win.
So, Team 1, you guys win. That means you get to do shout outs. So, all 3 of you each get an opportunity to shout out anything that you would like. It cannot be TypeScript. Nick, you are up. What would you like to shout out?
Well, I already shouted out liquid aminos at the beginning, so
I prefer mine solid, but whatever.
let's see. I'm going to shout out the.
You want us to come back?
Yeah, please.
All right. Colby, give us a shout out.
How about Tara starts so I can hear what other people say first?
Nobody even wants to shout.
Yeah, I'm going to have to give us a
All right.
team 2.
We'll take your
Rules.
shout outs.
Yes.
We'll take them.
It's like the worst prize ever. They're like, this is, I can't think of anything. Tara, do you have anything to shout out? It could be literally anything.
I have lots of things to shout out, but I will limit it to something productive. And go with one of my favorite things in the world right now is our podcast for all you podcast fans out there called Remotely Interesting, remotelyinteresting.netlify.com. We basically make complete fools of ourselves and have a good time doing it and laugh a lot, and it's kind of ridiculous. But highly recommend checking it out for all you lazy devs out there.
There you go. Good shout out. Remotely interesting. Well, she stalled as long as she could. Does either of you have a shout out?
Colby.
Sure.
I can stall so much more.
Check me out on YouTube at Colby Fayok.
There you go.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nick would like to shout out tabs as a way of indenting.
Because state management was the last, or the number 1 pick in the last round, I will say X State. I'm going to shout out X State. It's awesome. Go check it out.
And I will add my amen to that by saying check out the episode that Nick did off JS Party on X State. It's called X Gonna State It To You. And Nick also came up with that name. Stick around at the end of that episode for a little bit of a Easter egg where you might get some DMX mixed in with some other interesting sounds. All right, so
Oh my gosh.
piling on to the shout outs there. Well, I want to shout out to React Advance for inviting us to play this game as part of the after party. Hopefully all y'all had as much fun listening and participating as we had playing. Thank you to each and every person who took the survey. One of you will be receiving a free JS Party t-shirt. So we'll follow up via email with that person. That means 99 of you will not win a JS Party t-shirt, but have no fear. You can always head to jsparty.fm/merch and just pick one up for yourself. They are very comfy, and you can rep our podcast out there in IRL, in the meet spaces. Also, just wanted to thank everybody for playing the game. This has been Frontend Feud. I have been Jared Santo, and we'll talk to y'all next time.
Thank you.
Thanks, y'all.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
This is our 4th edition of the Frontend Feud game, but it won't be our last. For more like this, head to jsparty.fm and search for Frontend Feud. You'll find lots of goodies there. You have just listened to the final episode of JS Party in 2021. We always take a couple weeks off at the end of each year for a hard refresh, but don't worry, we have lots of awesomeness headed your way on the other side. That includes our New Year's episode, where we will introduce a brand new regular panelist. Thanks for putting us in your ear holes this year. We know how precious your time is, and we love that you choose to spend some of it with us. JS Party is produced by Jared Santo, that's me, with music provided by the mysterious Breakmaster Cylinder, and that's not me. We are brought to you by some awesome partners. Thanks again to Fastly, Launch Darkly, and Linode. That's all for this time. We'll talk to you again next year.
JavaScript security model is based